Since Nigerians don't want peace but problem, okay, so now Ghana police decided to go to Nigeria and formally inform Nigerian police the kind of crimes Nigerians are committing in Ghana.
In the prostitution where our sisters from Nigeria in Ghana as well. So when they're at the camps, they compel them to be scamming people. And if they're not able to do it, they are beating them, they are making them go through all kinds of inhumane activities. And then I think they brainwash them as well and let them understand that if they go back home or they are rescued, then they're going to be.
I mean, this one don't do now, right? Now, waiting you want be that, okay, they don't do one for now. But seriously, guys, I don't know why some Nigerians don't want to believe the crimes their fellow Nigerians are committing in Ghana. Hey, even with the proof, they still no angry. What do you want more we do now? Well, guys, let's take a look at the video. But before then, I would love to give a shout out to my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for always clicking in. And if you're new here, my name is Delphina. I'm super excited to have you here. Please don't make it your last by subscribing to the channel, like this video and share the video. Also do to press the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another one, guys. Let's get right into the video. And please, at the end of it, kindly drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's watch.
Breaking news. When a woman beat traffic become too much in Ghana, Ghana police send their member to Nigeria to go and educate Nigeria. Because it can't sound like Nigerians do not even know the meaning of woman beat traffic. Now, Ghana police send this woman to Nigeria to go and educate them. Because already in Ghana, you know, bringing a lot of Nigerian students to Ghana is becoming a normal thing. It's come anyhow in Ghana. I know some of place Nigerians will definitely come and say they look like they did not see the news. But for now, let's listen to her when the place where is educating Nigerians.
So there's a close nexus between human trafficking and other crimes, especially cyber crimes and cyber-enabled frauds and other criminal activities. So I'm pleased that we are even having this meeting at the National Cyber Crime Center. It will send a message that we are really serious about this menace. And Ghana, Nigeria, I think it's because of the language. We have victims, suspects from the sub-region, but between our two countries, the numbers are huge. So I guess because we speak English, they find it easy to come here or to come to Ghana. So there's a need for us to work together to do much more in this fight against cybercrime. We are all signatories to the Palermo Protocol, hence the need for us to work together to ensure that we are doing much more for our various citizens across our borders. They went and they busted them. It was a brothel, which unfortunately some of the victims or the ladies involved in the prostitution were our sisters from Nigeria in Ghana as well. So when they're at the camps, they compel them to be scamming people. And if they are not able to do it, they are beating them, they are making them go through all kinds of inhumane activities. And then I think they brainwash them as well and let them understand that if they go back home or they are rescued, then there's going to be reprisal on their families. So they are going through a lot. When we are able to rescue, sometimes some of them are so frail, so malnourished, and then it even becomes a burden for us. My director and I are always feeding victims, and it's even becoming a burden. So the last time I have to call on the Minister for Gender, I said, the last time I rescued 125 people, I gave 10,000 cedis for feeding. In 3 days it came, the money was finished. I had to give 25,000 cedis. And then luckily somebody brought me bags of rice, so I went and gave it to them for feeding. So it's too much. But we are law enforcement, so we have to do what we have to do. And this rescue was a big burden for me. So victims are typically instructed to travel usually by road to an unfamiliar country, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Liberia, Mali, Burkina Faso, Togo. All these foreigners are brought to Ghana. Upon arrival, they lodge them in a hotel, demand money ranging from all kinds of amounts, 800,000 to 2 million CFA for those from the Francophone countries, and then Ghana, 20,000 or to 40,000 Ghana cedis for the Ghanaians. They transfer them to holding camps, all rented into apartments. They live under very poor conditions. They see their documents, their phones, and they closely monitor them. They can't do anything about their movements. And so if you look at the one on the right, when we got there, see they are actively sitting there with their laptops opened and actively scamming people. The picture on the lower left, that's the most recent one we rescued people. And this rescue was a big burden for me. And if you look at it, where are we going to keep them? So we decided that, look, we cannot do anything about it. We have to speak to the judiciary, and then we have to put them in one of our prisons, because that's the safest place. So it's a huge burden on us.
I don't get to my sister. I don't get to my My people, hey, everywhere, good. Nigerians, has done it. Oh, again. Another year, another wahala. I said another year, another wahala. So this Nigerian Polapes, who looks like mortuary attendant, ladies and gentlemen, you all know and can testify that Nigerian youth and laziness. Nigerian youth and laziness. So this one now, they say, make this one learn carpentry work. This guy says, no, he no go learn. Because he himself, he failed F in chase as he graduated from high school. Now, this guy said, now Yahoo, he go join. This guy started Yahoo for about 10 years now. He dey pick small. Now, he come meet him friends say, why you people always you dey pick like this? They buy pens, they buy GLE, you know, Nigerians and Yahoo. Now they can't tell them, say, waiting you they do, na Yahoo. Unless before you reach that side where you go, they buy pens and big cars, motor. Now we for upgrade you from Yahoo to Yahoo Plus. Ladies and gentlemen, you know Nigeria guys, they go to say, now sharp guys. He can't join them. Go meet this Babalao. They can't do the jazz for these idiots. Ladies and gentlemen, now, every year in the renew ammo, they tell them, go bring your sister. He went there, go bring his sister. They can't buy the sister. There, for the rituals. So the first year, money start the show. This guy, they live big boy. You know they see how he die in here. You know they see here? Yes. So from there, another year come. They say make go bring in other sister to renew the jazz. So renew with in other sister. Jazz begin the work. Another year, another wahala. Now, they say make you go bring in mama. And in mama, one thing he say, the mother, na very powerful, prayerful woman. As he go they bring in mama, there some hand of God touch the guy. Now the guy enter yard for streets. Now the guy they run mad for streets. They confess, say, I don't fit by my mother. I don't fit by my mother. I don't already by my two sisters. I don't already by my two sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, when we say fear Nigerians, this is the typical example of fear Nigerians. Nigerians will do anything to make money. They know they care. He has unalived two of his sisters because of Yahoo money. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are evil people. As we dey talk, we dey show evidence. Anyway, power to the nyash. Pardon.
This man you are looking at on the screen was my driver. I hired him in July. Started working with us in July. I paid him well. Every of my events, I give him money. Every customers will give him money. Clients will give him money. I did not know he has a mission. I did not know how he managed to duplicate my keys. He took me to the office on Monday. While I was busy at the office, he came back home. And it took away all the money I have been saving since over a year ago. Every dollar that I've been saving for my son's school fees. I kept those money at home because the last time his brother was going, we couldn't get money in the bank. I have some money in my domiciliary account, but we couldn't get it. So we ended up buying black market. So this time around, I try to be saving those money at home. At my event, people give me money. They dash me money. I make some money. Some customers will come to the store. They will buy in dollars. Instead of me to change it, I'll keep it. I've been doing this over a year. And I'm sorry, please. Please, I'm sorry. Sorry for my manners. And Ibrahim came home, carried the entire bag. Did not know I even managed to get to know where I kept it. He left with it. It's over 2 weeks now that we've been looking for him. We have arrested his guarantor, his wife, his father. The police has asked us to release them, that we should look for him, that it's not lawful for us to arrest other people on his behalf. So we have released him. We have hired trackers. I have done a lot. I don't know who can help me. Please, I just need my money back. I don't know where to start from. I don't know how to save this money again. My son will soon go to school. I don't even know what to do. I've been the only one doing this thing. I've been working hard. I've been doing every business that I can think of. Any business that I can think of. Just mention the business, I'll do it. Just for my children to be fine. Please, if you have the means to help me get Ibrahim, please help me. Please help me. I want to talk. And you see me on the screen, I'm just pretending to be fine. I'm not fine at all. I'm not fine. I'm just trying to be. Please, I need help. Somebody should help me.
Another year, another wahala. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I beg a minute of silence to fear Nigerians. Thank you. Another minute of silence to fear. Who not the fear? Nigerians. Ladies and gentlemen, trust a Nigerian for your own risk. Trust a typical Nigerian bed for your own risk. Ladies and gentlemen, look at what has happened to this young, innocent lady. Ladies and gentlemen, she decided not to do Olosho. She decided not to do Olosho, but he decided to walk. Look at what this Nigerian bed have done to this lady. Look at what this Nigerian bed has done gone to this lady. This woman pick you from the gutters, gave you an employment as a driver only for these idiots to use soap and duplicate the key. After dropping her in the office, he rushed back home to thief this woman all her money, including dollars. Including dollars. Now, Ibrahim is nowhere to be found. Ibrahim is not here to be found. I wonder if this chimpanzee, if this ballaped have not flew to this Ghana here. When Nigerians commit crime in Nigeria, they run here to Ghana. They run here to Ghana. Yes, task force. Yes, task force. Be very, very vigilant and watchful whether you see this Ibrahim. Yes, task force. Yes, community. If you are working with any Nigerian, I said, if you are working with any Nigerian, sack him now. Terminate that contract now, because they are wicked and criminals. Just look at this. If he have done this to his own fellow Nigerian, how much more you as a Ghanaian? I am saying it without any fear. That Nigeria. Now, look at this. Just look at this. Power to the Nash. One of them evil people. My face.